So this will be the reception area.
All right.
Much of what's here was here. There was a company called Bias Sound, which is a software company, was in here before us, and they really overbuilt. They moved out a couple of years ago. This place has been vacant for 2 years. I've been walking by and looking in the window. And so all we did is take out some of the walls. We didn't put in any walls. But we did do a lot of painting. We cut that hole. That TWiT logo is going to be there.
We took out the offices inside here.
Yeah, we'll show you the cubicles we took out.
Do you know what was originally?
Before this, it was a furniture factory at the turn of the last century.
Oh,
and then after that, when I first moved here 20 years ago, it was Tuttle's Drugs. And, you know, both Lisa and I remember very well, this was where the pharmacist was. And the Beanie Babies were through there. And I remember buying my kids Beanie Babies here. So I very much remember this. It's funny, Lisa and I go back and forth about how to fund this. And we both really feel that we don't want to get investors. But the question is, if we need cash, where to get it. And I actually sent Lisa a great article, I think it was from GigaOM, on how you can fund yourself. And we were taking advantage of almost all the different ways. We're lucky we can get a bank loan because we're in a small town and the bank knows Lisa very well, and so that's helped. We use advertising, and so that's where most of our revenue comes from. And we also get support from our audience. So we're selling bricks, commemorative bricks that are going to be on this wall and then go around this corner and down that wall.
And down this wall.
Depending on how many we sell.
Yeah.
So this kind of square area is now the studio space.
That's much bigger than what you have.
Yeah, well, actually, what I have fits in there, and it's going to be in there. You can see the back of the thing that kind of looks similar.
Yeah.
So we're moving everything that we were into that. And I will continue to do a few shows from there. The Leo shows will be out of there. The radio show, Security Now, Windows Weekly.
Yeah,
come on.
That looks like it might be a little bit larger than your current studio.
It is slightly larger, actually. Yeah.
That's insane.
So that's how much more space we have. So my old desk will come here, and I'll be sitting here. This will be a TWiT logo, a box TWiT logo here. A lot of the tchotchkes that are behind me now will continue back here. And then cameras and lights and everything. So this will be a kind of a self-enclosed studio. We're just going to take everything that we use, the lighting. Boy, I hope it doesn't sound like that one.
Oh, no, don't worry. They're not done. They're going to be fixing everything.
So we're going to have big lights, softbox lights here that'll be very brightly lit. The lighting is one of the major improvements we're making. We're going high def, placing all the cameras with high def cameras, and doing a much better job of lighting, which the lighting was pretty ad hoc before. So good lighting and better cameras means it'll look a lot better. But at the same time is kind of the idea. I didn't want it to be too disconcerting to the audience that suddenly it looks so different. So this room is just one input of 40 inputs. We're getting 30 cameras total, and so this is just one in here of those 40. So I can be sitting here and other things can be going on. People have asked if we want to do multiple streams. I'm not ruling that out. We may want to do multiple streams, but right now I think a single stream is fine.
We don't rule anything out.
We don't rule anything out. The economics of cable television are really different. So in cable television, if you could get more channels, you did. That's why there's 5 Discovery channels or whatever, because the economics of it were you could. In the internet, there's an infinite amount, an infinite supply. So I don't feel any urgency to have multiple channels. We may down the road. I don't know. That's unknown. This will be the newsroom. So our TNT show comes out of here, but I wanted to have a newsroom it's actually going to be staffed with 4 people, and the idea being that we want to cover breaking news, so we can always go to the newsroom at any time. So it is a show, but I think it also needs to be a newsroom. So this is where our roundtable shows will be. There'll be a roundtable right there. TWiT will be the big show, big TWiT logo back there. We're doing some interesting things. This is a poor man's, what we call it, jib.
No, but it's kind of cool.
The camera will be sitting on here. One of the ways we save money is we don't have camera operators. We have 30 fixed cameras, as we do in the other studio, and I just switch between them, simulating camera operators. But we want here a little bit of more motion, because a fixed camera never moves. So we're going to have an intern here and an intern there. There'll be a camera on here, and a few times a show they'll play catch. And then when there's a camera on it, but it'll rotate around like that.
Yeah.
So we'll have some movement that way. This is going to have some interesting camera angles so that you can see each person individually in the roundtable set.
And you also
So another cool thing that we're doing is there's this big basement below us, so all of our equipment is in the basement, and we're just putting holes in the floor, and then putting these connectors, as you can see, all the way down. So we can pull video up, we can pull audio up, so everything's downstairs, and only the control surfaces are up here. So that's saving us a lot in terms of crowding and so forth, and noise and cooling. So this is really, in some ways, a real state-of-the-art studio. I'll give you an example. This light's here.
We're gonna add one
Really
more.
good lighting guy, and only in the last 6 months have LEDs become widely used for studio lighting. So we're actually doing this at just the right time for lighting. So something like that you could only recently do. These are colored LEDs. So our designer's starting to collect set stuff.
Are you gonna put the Leo
Antique.
behind your head?
Look at this. This is new. Antique
Very nice.
technology. What the hell is that?
Ah, the old toys.
It's like an automatic typewriter.
That's funny.
This is where the conveyor belt is in the loading dock. And what I'm thinking in the long run we might want to do here is turn
Wait, you
this
wanna
into
write on it?
is turn this into another set for a show we want to do with Make Magazine. Make this a makerspace so people can be building stuff and have cameras here, and then check in back here. So what's going on in the makerspace? Oh, they're building this, and that would be kind of fun too. Now, let me show you the basement. As we put all this in, they had Cat 5 in, we replaced it all with Cat 6, but they had all the conduits, all the wiring. This is going to be the storage area network, so this is fiber. I think that's the fiber. That's the color of fiber. And most of this stuff is Pixelforce stuff. They kind of spread out, but they're going to move it all over there. And our servers, these are our racks. Our gear will live in these racks underneath the hole in the floor. So there you have it.
All right.
You've seen the whole thing. It's about
Very
9,400
nice.
square feet above, 6,500 below.
And the goal is 2 weeks.
2 weeks you're playing with sets, 3 to 4 to be in.
I think we're saying right now July 24th, but I think we might be sooner.
It's 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, soon.